What's up, everybody? Jed Johnson here from dieselcrew.com. Of course, you know they call me Napalm. Another video here in the 31 Days of Q&A series. And you do have to pardon me if I make some weird faces. I am getting a migraine, barely can see out of my left eye. Let me tell you, no idea where this came from, but erasing the board behind me. Talk about some visual weirdness going on. Oh my gosh. Hey, don't forget to check out the description box below, because I forgot to tell you, I'm creating a playlist for this series. And if you miss a video, you can go into the playlist and watch whatever you missed. Especially, you want to go back and watch that last video, which was about growing your wrists. Today's video is sponsored by How to Pinch 245s. It's one of the ebooks that I put out this year. One of the first ebooks that I put out in several years, full length. And it'll tell you everything you need to know about plate pinching, whether you're just starting out or you're looking to shoot for that golden milestone of pinching 245s, or if you've already done that and you want to go even further with something like the old school York's pinch, pinching 255s, or anything that you like to train for pinch-wise, it'll help you out with all that. Today's question comes from Dylan Bostwick 589, and he says, "Hey Jed, I recently tore my skin on my thumb trying to pinch 245s. I'm sure you have experienced torn callus and hands. Should I still train to keep my strength, or should I just let the skin heal? Thanks." Okay, so we're talking about training around thumb tears right now. Okay, so first off, this is one of the things that I made a major priority when I was writing the How to Pinch 245s, because thumb tears can definitely interrupt your training and maybe even set you back a little bit. So a lot of it comes down to how you place your thumb on the plates, and a lot of people do this wrong. So there's a way to put your thumb on the plates to both maximize the strongest muscles of your thumb, and there's also ways to do it so that you minimize your chance of getting torn. But still, regardless of the plates you use and the implement that you're training on, you still run the risk of tearing a thumb. So, how do you continue to train and not risk further tearing the thumb? That's the main question. So, first of all, whatever plates that you are training on, I would not go back and train on those again until you are fully healed. Otherwise, you will continually to tear that thumb deeper and deeper, get down further into deeper tissues, and it will take longer and longer to heal. Next, if you do train with those plates, then I would change the grip up significantly so that the contact point is in a different spot on your thumb. But probably the wisest thing that you could do is not pinch on those 45s and instead go to a different implement. Especially if you have something that is round, where you will not have an edge cutting into your thumb. You may even be able to go to something that is much thinner than what you were pinching on, or much thicker. So for instance, when I was measuring the 245's widths on most of my 245s, I want to say that the width was most often around 2 1/4. So if you go to some form of a pinch block, which is in the 3-inch range, then you will be able to do some pinching and not be anywhere near the contact point of your thumb, most likely. However, that is still not a guarantee that you will be, what am I trying to say? I can't think. There's no guarantees you're going to be able to train without worsening that tear even if you use something very different, because sometimes the way that our skin works, it's still under tension, even though that tear is not the main contact point. So you may have to get really inventive in order to continue to train pinching without contacting that and worsening the tear. You may need to go to some dynamic pinching with some kind of a pinch lever device. I don't normally recommend that kind of training because I feel that dynamic training does not carry over very well to static training. But if you're concerned about losing strength, then you can do it that way. Now, I will say that there are plenty of periods throughout the year where I only train pinch once a week. So depending on the grade of your tear, how severe it is, my guess is that you should be able to completely go away from pinching for at least a week to give your thumb the time it needs to heal. So that's probably the best option, is to just not pinch until it's healed. And you shouldn't be worried about that. If you're training pinch consistently right now and just got the tear, then you should be able to take a week off and not lose anything. If anything, you could use it as a deload from pinch, and you could probably come back even fresher. Well, there's one other thing that I want to add into this discussion, as now my migraine seems to be clearing up a little bit. And that is, what do the edges of your plates look like? Are they sharp as hell? Or do they have a nice, decent bevel on them? If they have a decent bevel, then maybe you're just doing so much volume that caused the tear. But if you're training with plates that have a very, very sharp edge, one thing I would consider doing is, at the very least, taking a grinder to the edge of the plates, maybe, a 2-inch section on the edge of the plate to round that off. That's what, I have one set of plates that are 45 pounders, but they actually weigh 50 pounds. And the edge is like scary sharp, like razor blade sharp. And if you take more than like 3 attempts, max effort on these plates, you're gonna tear. So what we did is we rounded the plates in just a small section so that there's less risk. And like I said, it's about 2 inches on the thumb side, about 4 inches on the finger side. Now the thing about grinding away on the finger side, which for me, it actually lines up in my palm, is you lose a little bite. So while it becomes more advantageous on the thumb side because of the decreased rip risk, it becomes less advantageous on the finger side because it's not digging into your palm and you're losing some of that traction. It's kind of a give and take, because since you are losing sharp bevel and going to a rounded edge on the thumb side, you're actually losing some grip there. But the benefit is you don't have to worry about that tearing risk. So if these are your plates, then I would grind them down, at least on the thumb side. This may be a new concept to you, but it's a great concept to run with, because I don't think anybody would care if you were grinding down the edge of the plates into a rounder edge or making a bevel. Migraine's coming back. This is by no means all of the options that you have. I included a lot of options, ways to train pinch specifically for 245's strength in the ebook, so I encourage everybody to check that out. And of course, I have a tremendous amount of information on plate pinching and pinch grip training and hand strengthening in general at thegripauthority.com, and I'm always welcoming new members there. So check out the description box for the link to thegripauthority.com, and your first 30 days at thegripauthority.com is only $1. So check that out today. Again, go to the description box to look at the link for the playlist. Check out my diesel store, specifically How to Pinch 245's ebook, and thegripauthority.com. Get your first 30 days for just $1. And of course, there's other membership options as well, including a yearly payment and a lifetime payment. You get a coaching call with the lifetime payment. So with that, because it looks like the poster behind the phone right now is dancing everywhere, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this video down. So thanks for watching. If you got some good information out of it, give it one of these. Be sure to subscribe. Description box, playlist, How to Pinch 245s, gripauthority.com, and more. All the best in your training, everybody. Take care.